Finally, the serum is working. And the side effects are manageable.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Back alley doctors are very generous today.
I mean, is that the sanitarium?
That's the disease doctors, which is
Okay.
not great. It's nice. It's free disease removal. But if I want to do that, I got a woman with a lot of drugs, a lot of very good drugs. I got a woman with schmouder, you see. Fuck.
Got to bring the fucking schmouder into this.
I love the schmouder. So someone in the thread said, your Houndmaster has Beast Slayer, better get to making that specialized character ASAP. And I agree, but I also have Unyielding. So, priorities, you see. And Hellion's Hairpin, throw that in the garbage bin. Like, I mean, yeah, I got it, but I don't use it. And now that we got the head, we only really need one Chirurgeon's Charm. Because with that head, any healer class could just straight up do 45% healing for free. And with the Vestal, that's up to 25, that's 55, I believe.
Sounds right.
Yeah, here is where I'm determining who do I want to send next to Frankenstein's dungeon. And the funny part is I keep seeing Voltic Surge and Unyielding, and I'm like, wait, I haven't locked that? Oh no, wait, he's in there, shit. I believe I lock in another 2 speed because, I keep mentioning it, I really don't like the initiative system in this game, so if I have any opportunity to increase speed, I take it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you know me, I don't really play with quirks at all.
Oh yeah. By the way.
Oh, nice.
So, by the end of this video, all my Vestals will be doing 66% healing? No, 63%.
I mean, I'm kind of wondering if you're ever gonna get a, if you're ever gonna get like a profane scroll.
Oh man, I really want one, dude.
Yeah, you could make such a good frontline Vestal.
I know, that's what I want to do. That's why I was starting to check out the bullshit Emporium, but they just don't want to give me one. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I'd pay top dollar for that. I'd sell every accessory I can to get that. I'm kind of sitting here like, is this a bit too gauche? Ah, fuck it. Lash, you could carry your best friend's head.
Nothing's really sacred in this world.
No. You do everything you can to get by, and that means putting people under the needle to make them better. Throwing people away that are irritating and frustrating. You gotta do what you can to survive in Darkest Dungeon. All strategies are valid. To wit, as it's been pretty much ousted, I like to browse 4chan a lot and find discussions. Darkest Dungeon is something that appears sporadically, and I love reading it. And I'm kind of surprised at how often people there use and dispose of units.
Yeah, like, even my very cavalier attitude towards playing this game, I've never done the strategy of sending 4 rookies into a dungeon just to get money. Yeah,
especially when the Antiquarian out. It's so trite, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand it's viable because it's a great way to get money without any actual effort or investment.
Yeah, but I mean, it just sounds like grinding. You're not even advancing your dudes if you just send them in there and throw them away immediately afterwards.
Yeah, it's strange, really, because a lot of them do it. Like, a lot of people say it's a good strategy, do it. Yet my method works just as fine, and they've gotten a lot of quick completions. So it's really interesting to see how vastly different people play in Darkest Dungeon. Like, there's a lot of veterans watching my thread, and alongside the active criticisms, they bring up their strats, which are all valid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say the way you play the game if you do that is wrong. I mean, that particular criticism is only leveled at Wang. But,
I never do anything right. Fuck life. I hate you all.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's the way you want to play the game, go for it. I just don't agree.
It's an interesting thing, because, like, I would take a high stance against it, but I did that in XCOM 2 several times. So I'm just kind of like, I'm no better than
My
you.
lofty position wasn't always accompanied by the fear of office. And there was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Faithful as the tide, one precocious village waif made it her hobby to shadow my every errand. It was charming then, troublesome later.
So, this story right here in particular, a lot of the
I
lines
always wondered what became
remind
the
me of
unfortunate
a
little
specific
waif.
Lovecraft story that I'm reading right now. I'm getting my tablet out to remember what it is. But, fucking... Shit, I don't know if I could do this. Actually, I could bookmark. Hang on a second.
Finding the stuff is only
Alright,
the
let's go
first
to
test.
table contents.
Now it must be carried home.
There's no table. Fuck it. There's a story in Lovecraft. Yeah, this is not working.
Mind that such
There's a story in Lovecraft that depicts a guy who does a lot of occult research and experiments in a both in town and in a barn, to the point where the town starts beginning to suspect him quite frequently, and he has to go through a bunch of hoops to clear his name, like one of them being marry a woman of high standing. That way people are forced to not suspect him anymore. And reading the story, I noticed it has a lot of allegories to the Ancestor story. Because with this boss and a future boss we're gonna see in the ruins, wow, that was good. There's a lot of connecting very similar ways that the Ancestor story plays out that lead me to believe that some of his story was inspired from this specific Lovecraft book, or story, not book.
I mean, yeah, it's entirely possible.
Like, if it's not possible, if it's not a direct influence, it's a very hilarious coincidence.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
I just thought that was really interesting because as I was reading that specific story, I'm like, is this the Ancestor? Because the story has basically been so far, this person got lucked up. His childhood involved going to libraries and graveyards and being fascinated by very strange things. He grows up to be a great merchant, makes a lot of money, spends a good like 80% of his profits on occult research, to the point where it worries a town, to the point where 3 people actively start stalking him and trying to figure out what he's doing. And while I haven't completed the book, I've got to the point where the people that were observing this guy that was doing research, they are going underground into a cave in the dark where they hear various strange sounds. And I have a very distinct feeling they're gonna see fucking Yog-Sothoth or something.
I don't think I've ever read this one. I have no idea what you're talking about.
If I could find the fucking table of contents in my tablet, I would tell you, but no, that one's got batteries. My old tablet can't really help.
Be gone, fiend.
It's a high quality operation.
Yeah. Like, fucking... I just got this thing like a month ago, so I don't know what exactly I'm doing with this tablet. But yeah, if you're wondering why we haven't really discussed the episode at all, this is like, what, the second encounter in this video?
It's more fish. You get the idea.
Yeah,
I've seen it before.
I did bring the Occultist here because everybody was kind of reveling with how the Occultist is really good at killing Eldritch and stuff. But I'm gonna let y'all know I don't really see it.
Press this advantage.
Like, I have
Give them
Eldritch
no
Slaying Ring on him, I have Eldritch Hater, and I'm using the anti-Eldritch abilities, and I see no remarkable difference in damage.
Oh my god, I've been not paying attention to the video enough that I just realized you brought both a Vestal and an Occultist. Oh my god.
Well, this isn't for double healing. I brought the Occultist with the express purpose of doing damage.
Okay, that's better.
But since he's in rank 3, I might as well fucking bring the heal anyways. I'm not gonna need it, and I'm probably not gonna use it, because this boss is not a damage dealer. I'll let you know.
No. This boss has a very specific gimmick, and if you know how to get around that gimmick, well, it's not really a boss at all.
I will say, when you don't know anything about it, it can be really threatening. I lost a really good bounty hunter because of this boss once upon a time. This boss does have teeth and is willing to bear them, but your foresight kinda neutered this boss.
Yeah.
Their formation is broken.
Yeah, like, right there.
The offensive.
I just saw a difference in damage. 1 damage across, let's see, that's 25 from the ring, that's 15 from the perk, and that's another 15 from the skill itself. 50% extra damage. I get 1 extra damage? Like, I know he's a specialized killer, but I'm just not seeing it right now. Maybe it's too early. I haven't upgraded his knife or skills enough, but it just doesn't seem like specializing him doesn't carry weight. I would be better to build him towards crit than anti-eldritch, since Occultist has a comically high crit rate.
Yeah, we saw that a couple videos ago.
Like, I'd be better off building to where his crit goes from 17 to 40, rather than him being guaranteed anti-eldritch. Now, if I had holy water to spare, I could use it on that Cthulhu statue for damage, but kind of want to keep my holy water for this fight, for reasons we described 2 videos ago. Also, I wasted a key here because I thought this was locked for some reason, but no. Hit it with a shovel.
Yep. Yeah, it's the cove. If you don't hit it with a shovel, you do
The darkness holds
nothing to it at all.
Well, there is one thing that you don't want to hit with a shovel.
You should really show off all the negative interactions. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, money, but I'm not as hype. What?
It's still good.
Yeah.
You still need money. Money's one thing that never goes away.
Yeah. It's a nice haul. It's really good. But I'm just kind of like, I got the heads.
Throw away the 4 food.
I mean, I should.
God, you could have run into it. You could have run into a coral.
I really could have.
Uh
By the way, see that fight at the end of the boss fight, next to the boss fight?
huh.
That's why I do the scouting.
I bet it's a collector. That's where he always shows up.
I'm here to cock-block you, motherfucker. No such luck, sadly.
Wow.
Kinda threatening, though. Like, if I wasn't paying attention, this would be threatening.
I mean, 2 thralls is really nothing. I mean, you don't even have anyone who could guard them.
Yeah. Especially when I could just crit the hell out of him. Like, this team is really anti-Thrall. Because the Thrall is unholy and eldritch, which means the Occultist and the Crusader can just bully the hell out of him.
Back to the pit.
Alright, Chitlin, you know what time it is.
It's time for backtracking.
Yeehaw!
Seriously, if they all just invert their sprites, you could walk through normally.
I think they did this purely because of the mechanical reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've always thought it was weird to begin with, but I could at least see why they stuck to their guns.
Oneself against the coming horrors.
So, like, with all this money, you think, I should probably enhance my camping skills, but I never really do. which is a bad habit I plan to rectify next set of recordings. Because for the past 4 camps, I've been like, shit, I really wish I had X. And it just keeps happening.
I feel like I'd pay attention to the survivalist if, like, the camping skills were something you could upgrade a la your normal fighting skills.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, but it'd also be kind of overpowered, because, imagine being able to upgrade a Dark Ritual and give something like 45% extra damage at the low cost of 7 stress for 4 battles.
Well, I mean, you could upgrade the stress penalty as well.
Yeah.
Spirits are lifted.
And that's the way the
purpose is made
Occultist
clear.
word reconstruction does it.
Yeah.
They increase the chance of you getting bleed.
I just think, in general, upgrading the camping skills would be a bit too overpowered.
I mean, it would require, like, an entire rebalancing effort,
Yeah.
but I still think it would make camping skills themselves more interesting.
Now, here's an interesting circumstance I'm in. Both my Vestal and my Highwaymen have low debuff resist, but with my Highwaymen, I can remedy that. So I have to remove my move skill
The way is lit.
amulet
The path is
to
clear.
Oh, that has
We
a...
require only the
debuff
strength to
penalty?
follow it.
Huh.
So,
The aquatic
Here's the
devils
Siren.
have remade the poor girl in their image. She is their queen and their slave.
here's the Siren's gimmick.
God.
Now, this is interesting. Back during the Hag, I mentioned I wanted to do an experiment. As we discovered before, the Hag's mechanic is purely based on hit rate, which means I have to do something next time I fight her. But for her, it's debuff rate, which is why the Holy Water effectively defangs this boss fight. But there's still the off chance that I could get hit here because both my Highwaymen and my Vestal have low debuff rates. And that's a problem.
Nice.
You want to know what's an even bigger problem? I just stabbed my healer in the face.
Nice.
So yeah, for this fight specifically, cross counter doesn't discriminate. So if you're gonna do this in the future, be very careful.
Riposte is not always the best option.
Yeah, I actually have not the best skill set for my Highwayman here.
Yeah.
Though it also helps that she's not doing her most threatening attacks. I'm kind of glad that she used that attack.
Wow.
I'm so happy she used. Now here's something really weird with the formation.
Lifeblood of any sort.
Wait for it, it's not done.
The roots are safe.
Vestal?
What is it? Okay.
What?
Yeah, that's never happened. I've never been...
Why would it not just shuffle you right back? It's always done that for me.
That's because you didn't beat the boss with someone in control. The sheer...
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have. Pretty sure it just shunts them back into their position.
I don't know what the situation was, but it was a matter of... I beat the boss, she lost the control, but I think also the quest completion and the rewards just made it to where she can't really do anything, so she's just like, this is strange.
Wow.
What I'm saying is fix your game, Red Hook.
What the fuck, Red Hook? Come on.
That was pretty funny, though. Keep that in there.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the giants launching you into the sky in Skyrim. You just leave that in.
Yeah, Uzworm's never gonna fucking do that, and it pisses me off.
Seriously?
Yeah. He's like, oh no, I gotta play the main game first. I can't do any goofy shit like mine. I'm like, come on. There's a giant right there. You could be funny. Instead, we're screaming goats off mountains, which is it's just still good.
I have not watched like the last 6 episodes of that LP. So.
You're missing nothing. By the way, you know how you said I could run into Coral?
With a singular purpose.
Oh.
I'm standing there like, I hate myself.
What you need to do is talk to me while you're recording. I'll tell you what to do.
But it'll appear in the recordings, and I can't do that. There'll be too much confusing commentary if this all of a sudden you're like, you should probably do this, Wang. Wait, why are you there? Still not seeing the hype for anti-occultist, but maybe I'm just not in that degree of fuckery yet, because at that moment I was just like, wow, that's fucking underwhelming.
I'm gonna guess you're probably gonna need some upgrades to make that useful, because I've used anti-Eldritch Occultist before, and...
I forgot I renamed that attack.
God.
Anyways, you're saying? I'm sorry I interrupted.
I forgot.
But yeah, to a point, Duelist Advanced, not only is it great for getting you in point-blank shot range and having riposte, it can hit rank 4. It's a super good attack. It's such a stupid attack. Man. This mod is going places.
Yeah. I can't wait till it gets uploaded on the Nexus.
And then everybody's like, this isn't funny, what's wrong with you? You're ruining the Darkest Dungeon experience.
I mean, you kinda are.
Yeah. Unabashedly, and I don't give a fuck.
Well struck.
Good.
Do I have? Yeah, I have shovels.
Success so clearly in view.
So I'm gonna commit animal cruelty.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yeah, but rubies.
Mm-hmm. Now what I should do is get rid of the Arbalest accessory because it's garbage.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Wang? What are you gonna do? Probably another good decision. Cause
Yeah.
Cause it's, I don't know if anybody caught it, but for Citrine and Jade, I modded the description to say you're gonna fucking toss these.
Mm-hmm. Because you will.
It's the first thing to go. Now, is this Shieldman gonna get away scot-free? Probably not in the least.
No.
I got a really fast team, and I'm not sitting for gimmicks.
That's a waste of point blank.
A little bit, yeah. But honestly, point blank shot is going to be ineffectual on Shield Boy here, because now he has 60 prod. So,
I mean, you could have tried stunning it with a Vesta or something.
yeah, I coulda. Does the no, the book I'm using now doesn't have the anti-stun property. Ugh. I can't believe I got outskilled.
Outskilled by a priest fish.
This is bullshit. I still can't get over the status resist. It's so good. Nah.
Nah.
Let's reduce that stress a little bit, save some money.
I don't really, send people to the stress recovery facility until they hit about 60.
I don't do it until they, get afflicted, quite frankly.
Really?
Yeah. Because, it's like, you're not 100, why do I give a shit?
I mean, you give a shit because if they're, at 80, then you can't really take them on missions without them getting afflicted. That's gonna...
Or I could take a Jester with me and then just, give them some ASMR treatment.
Be wary. Triumphant pride
yeah, if you
precipitates
wanna
a dizzying fall.
bring a fucking Jester that you're only gonna play the fucking loot with. I mean, I can understand if you're bringing, a sickle stab Jester, but you're not.
Oh, this is great. So at this point I start realizing, maybe I don't need money. I should bring deeds. What am I doing?
Yep. You throw away a lot of chances to bring home heirlooms, which you desperately need to actually upgrade your fucking cat.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, I'm still in the mindset of the late game, and I forgot I'm doing an LP. But since I'm getting so much money to begin with, because I keep getting trapezohedrons,
Mechanical hazards.
I'm also having a distinct advantage of locking in a lot of good traits. Because normally you can't do that this early.
What is the debuff success message?
It's just debuff. I haven't changed those yet. I've only changed Blight, which is now AIDS. I don't know what to do for anything else. I don't know what to do for stun. I don't know what to do for bleed. I don't know what to do for oh no, I changed debuff to Magains.
Gains.
It's a fitness meme.
Oh.
Where when people like take a day off exercise, they're like, no, Magains.
Oh. Right, douchebags, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see it now.
This mod, so fun. I can see why people like modding now. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you play a Bethesda game, for example, without mods.
I don't.
Good.
By I mean I don't play Bethesda games willingly.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all bad, even the ones everyone likes.
And
i.e. the one made by Obsidian.
yeah, Obsidian carries that company. But yeah, even with mods, the thread has shown us some pretty unforgivable ones.
Have they?
Foolish horrors.
The thread has shown off.
Oh! Right, that mod I sent you a long time ago.
I believe the thread has shown off cat girls. They haven't shown off quiet, thankfully. And on other
that one up. Damn it.
on image boards, I've seen Fate Stay Night mods, which is not bad, but it's anime. Not a bad run.
Pretty good haul.
What's that, 19,000 gold? Fair amount of resources? I might actually be doing this right now. Nah. I never play this game right. Also, Shankle got Slugger, which is probably gonna make him prime candidate for the melee Vestal. Also, look at this bullshit.
Burials are merely ephemeral affairs.
Oh.
So, this presents a certain circumstance. After this, if my Grave Robber levels up one more time, I'm actually in a huge amount of risk for something.
For what?
There is a side quest that gets put into the spawn pool the moment someone reaches level 5.
Oh. Oh.
So, this is dicey.
Well, this will be fun.
I'm in a circumstance where I probably can't use Gluck Gluck until way later in the game.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield.
Yeah, but
Anything to
side
prolong a
quests are
soldier's
fun.
life.
Yeah, I like the boss that comes with it, but it's still
Some
very
may fall.
risky.
But their knowledge
Because
lives
if that
on.
boss fight appears, it's on par with a darkest dungeon level, which is max level difficulty. And if that appears when I have
Experimental
one level
techniques
5
and
unit,
tonics can overcome
I
things
might as
a
well just
sharpened sword
forfeit it.
cannot.
Because I'm not gonna succeed.
I mean, doesn't that fuck up your town if you do that?
Yes. So, now that Project Dark Place has been unveiled, if you're in YouTube or on Something Awful, within reason, post recommendations. And if you're gonna post recommendations, or post recommendations for humor, A, make sure it's funny. B, make sure it's something that appears a lot. Don't be like me and waste 2 hours modding the character skills that are not going to appear on screen. So be sure to think before you post recommendations. And I will most likely be putting any recommendations in the character roster data, so you'll see if it gets considered. But yeah, till next time, folks.